Well, welcome back. Thanks for being here today. It's 10:41 and 44 outside. We were just talking about Zoom and how to talk with people and chat. And it's kind of fun because I'm actually working with Melanie Halter for Wellness Wednesday. And she's joining us today via Zoom here in the studio. And hopefully I have her brought up here on the computer and it'll all work out just fine. Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so that's good. I might just have to turn it up and down in between us talking, but I think that this will work okay. Wellness Wednesday. Melanie, thanks for being here again today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I always look forward to connecting and visiting.
What's our topic today?
I think we're going to start off with just acknowledging that it's April Fool's today.
We were talking about that. We're like, typically in an average year, there's a lot of, tricks going on, but we just decided that this is not the time for us to be making jokes to anybody right now here in radio world.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Now is not the time to spread, fake news or anything like that. But I do think it's important to kind of talk about that it's okay to give yourself kind of permission to have fun and to laugh, even when things might not be, the greatest of circumstances. And just being intentional about, you don't want to hurt someone's feelings or, cause harm. But sometimes it's okay to laugh and smile, because sometimes I think there could be some guilt, around that. Like I think kind of back to like 9/11, it kind of took people a while to be able to kind of joke and laugh again. And I think that it's okay. But that it's also okay, to feel all the feelings too. Like it's okay to be sad, it's okay to be frustrated. Feelings aren't wrong. But if you are finding yourself, smiling and giggling more today, good for you, because it's important to still find happiness, even in times that might not be so easy to see happiness.
Well, yeah, and if you're at home with your kids, you can always have a little bit of fun with them. That's always fun.
Yeah, for sure. And all the teachers out there, I'm sorry. Having a distance learning day on April Fool's Day is not...
Can't be fun,
Yeah, so just give yourself permission today to just come into things a little bit more lighthearted, because, that laughter is good for the soul, good for the mind, good for the body. So just kind of wanted to acknowledge that today. And then I don't know about any other families, but I have been eating all the things. I don't know about you, Kelly. She's nodding her head.
Eating all the things this is what I've been doing. I have been making homemade cakes. I've got this recipe like down pat, and my son yesterday said, Mom, I can't use the words that he used because he described the cake as being blankety blank delicious, but I'm ruining his abs, and thank you for the cake. I did want it, but this has got to be the last cake or I'm throwing the next one out.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, it seems like, we're stuck at home, or, if we're going out to support those businesses, which is awesome, but you might be eating, all the things. And so now that we're kind of getting used to this new normal and used to kind of being at home, how do you stop that? Because you don't want to get out of quarantine, 50 pounds heavier than when it started. So just sharing some tips today about how to stop doing that.
Please do. Talk on, girl.
All right. Well, hopefully some of these tips can help you. So the first thing, and I shared this on my Facebook page earlier, but to actually close your kitchen. Treat your kitchen like you would a store. And so what I did, and hopefully, I don't know if you can see, but I actually made a sign. You can go to Joy Health and Wellness and print this out, but I put this in my kitchen. So it says, kitchen is closed, drink water, P.S. I love you. So because I don't know, my husband's working from home, I'm working from home, I have 4 kids doing schooling, and I was in a meeting in my kitchen, and my son comes in and he's like, it's 10 o'clock, it's time for lunch. I'm like, no, we're not having lunch 6 times a day. Kitchen's closed, drink water, I love you, and now get out of here.
Boy, you're strong. I need to adopt that. I do. I need to adopt that because I have a workstation set up in the kitchen. I have one set up in my bedroom. And then I come here. But when I come here, I'm not in the kitchen. I'm away from the food. I have a cup of coffee, and I'm trying to do coffee, water.
Yep. No, that's a good system. I mean, that's a good habit to kind of balance out with. But I know this, and I just happen to have like an actual plastic stand. And so I cleaned the kitchen, I printed this out, and I have it in a little plastic stand on my island that just says kitchen is closed. And my kids were not, happy about it, but so far they're listening, basically because I said, I'll turn off your Wi-Fi if I catch you in the kitchen or the
And there's the thing, you're the parent. It's not like you're being super mean. This is the way it's always been. You're just thinking because I'm here and I'm sitting in the kitchen that I'm going to get you another snack, and you're not going to be happy when you don't feel good anymore because you've been eating too much.
Exactly. And so don't be afraid to set those boundaries and those limits. Kitchen's closed. Drink water. You're not hungry. We have enough food, just kind of slow your roll a little bit. So that is one kind of tip that I had. And then another one is we are doing some really fun things, Enjoy Health and Wellness this month. And one of the things is we have a different challenge each month. And the challenge this month is all about nutrition. And so that nutrition challenge, it's in a Facebook group, in a private Facebook group. And so nobody except for the people that are in the group can see what you're sharing. And there's different themes every day. So we have a Schedule It Sunday where you're doing those meal plans and posting. Make It Monday, which is you're actually making what you planned out. Because I think sometimes we're really good about the plans, but we're not good about the follow through. And so this is like proving, yep, I'm making Monday what I said I was going to make on Sunday. Then we have Track It Tuesday, where you're going to write down what you're eating. I mean, I know I started tracking. I've only been tracking now for 3 days to kind of get into this monthly habit. But I know for myself in those last 3 days, I've lost 1.5 pounds. And I think a big part of that is because I'm writing down what I'm putting into my mouth.
Oh, it makes such a difference. I can go, you know what? I just don't understand why I feel so full. And then you go back to thinking, you're like, oh, wait a minute. I didn't eat just at 10 o'clock. I might have eaten at 9 o'clock and at 8 o'clock too. Yeah, you forget.
Right. And so just tracking it, even 1 day a week can make a really big difference. And having that group to kind of hold you accountable and get inspired can make a really big difference. And then we have Water Wednesday. And so just, like I love that, coffee water. I've kind of done some of those things too. Like we were making a full pot of coffee and I was drinking coffee, until it was gone. And now I just make, instead of the 12 cups, we make the 6 cups and then it's water the rest of the day. We're not constantly, refilling the pot and just being, it's all about intentionality. So watching the water on Wednesdays. Details Thursday is all about getting in those extra veggies. And then, I like to come on at things with a little bit of faith-based too. And so if you're familiar with VeggieTales, it's like a Christian cartoon. And I just do a really simple rhymey prayer for you on Thursday. So you're getting your vegetables and you're showing gratitude, giving thanks for what you have. Fix It Friday, that is kind of our day to be a little bit fancy. And so maybe eating your meal with a candle or a placemat or some flowers. And I don't know about you, but I cannot remember the last time I wore makeup just because I've been at home.
That was a question I had for people this morning. I was thinking about that and I'm like, I keep wearing makeup and I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm spending money I don't have to. I guess I probably don't even have to comb my hair, but I do come to the radio station for a couple hours and see like 4 people while I'm here. So, but why do it? Right now we don't need to.
Yeah, and sometimes you do just feel better about yourself when you're a little bit more glammed up. You just carry yourself different, you just whatever. And so 1 day a week, if you want to, just eat a meal with intentionality, feeling pretty and have that pretty environment around you, being more mindful. And then Super Salad Saturday, I have a soup or a salad recipe that I post on Saturdays, and just another way to get those veggies in and help with meal planning. And so if you are struggling with eating all the things in April, I really would encourage you to hop on our Join the Journey group. Usually that price is $30 a month, and we charge like $1 a day. Right now, just because I think there's so many people out there that could use the support and nutrition, price in half. So it's just $15 for the month of April, and it's just a month, it's just for April. It's not like you have to do this going forward into May. And if you join with a friend, if you have a girlfriend that you want to join with, then that price goes down to $10 for each of you. So just trying to provide some support and accountability while helping you stick to those nutrition goals is kind of the focus right now.
I think it's just really important to realize that we are going to be coming out of this eventually. It does seem like it's going to be a little bit longer than, I just think, it's good to be prepared for it's going to take some time. And, right now is a good time to be kind of zen, just get, but we also have to be so mindful of what we're doing right now, because you don't want to have to make up for all of these errors and eating too much and making these changes that are going to be so drastic. Living as normal as possible in a new environment is pretty important.
Yes, absolutely. And just a few, this is my last kind of slide here. If you are even just needing extra support in things, I am on a Zoom call just like this every day, Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. And that's basically if you just need somebody to talk to that's outside of your family, if you want to talk through a health and wellness thing that you have, if you just want to visit, I will be on. And so I'm on Zoom like this. People just hop in and out as they want, say hi, ask questions. But just another kind of way to get support and talk to somebody during this time. So offering that in the month of April, Monday through Friday, 2 to 3. And then on the main Joy Health and Wellness Facebook page, I'm going to organize kitchen tips and tricks. And so, and that's completely free. Just hop on. Today is the first day of the organization challenge, and we're going to talk about your junk drawer.
That's a great topic. I know. I've been thinking, it's just a strange way of working and a strange way of being home, because it's sort of like some of my duties get scattered out throughout the day, whereas before they were all sort of at the first part of my day, and then I could go do all that other stuff at night.
Right.
So now I have this weird kind of clock happening, but I did get my garage cleaned out. And the next thing is I want to go through and find all my important papers since I've moved, and finally bought a house, all that moving from Kentucky to Minnesota to renting to buying out, you kind of misplace things. So I don't like that kind of wondering where all those papers are. So junk drawer, yes. And my important paper drawer, that's my big goal right now.
Yeah. Perfect. So today, on my Facebook page, I'm just going to do a Facebook Live, and I'm going to show you my junk drawer, and hopefully we'll share in our junk drawer some before and after pictures of just kind of cleaning it out and getting a little bit more organized in your kitchen space.
Are you making time for are you doing this with your kids too? Are you like implementing like, hey, you guys are home more, why don't you go into your room every day and dig out something that you don't need that you can donate eventually or just get rid of?
We actually did that during the 2-week break before online school started, because I just needed to get a workspace for them. And some of my kids have desks in their rooms and some of them I don't. But yeah, we did. And I had shared in one of my groups, my poor daughter, who's almost 7. I had not went through her clothes in such a long time. All of her underwear was size 4. Like, oh my gosh, no idea. So I'm like, poor thing, no wonder you're squirming all the time.
That's funny. But yeah, you're like, and kids don't think to say anything like, hey mom, I need bigger underwear.
Yeah, I know. And she gets dressed on her own. She does the, whatever. So and one tip too, if you guys are cleaning out things, I know like Goodwill is closed and Salvation Army, but the Epilepsy Foundation, as of I think even on Monday, was still accepting donations. And so my youngest daughter, Claire, has epilepsy. And so epilepsy is near and dear to my heart. You can just go on the Epilepsy Foundation page and schedule a drop off. So if you're cleaning out things and you have some things to donate, they will just come right to your house and pick it up. So kind of a good thing to have in your back pocket.
Right, absolutely. So with the online schooling, do you teach your kids at home already outside the system, or is this something, do they go to regular school and they're having to do it that way?
Yeah, they go to 3 of my kids go to the Sauk Rapids School District, and then my youngest goes to Calvary Classical Academy. And so they were used to being somewhere 8 to 3 5 days a week, as was I. Used to them going someplace. So this has been, an adjustment for everybody, and just trying to figure out, what that looks like with routines and just making sure, all of my kids, it's affected differently. I mean, you know, my high schooler was just really loving that high school environment, and now that's gone. You know, she had to mourn that and kind of be like, what's different? And even my youngest is like, well, when can I see my teacher again? When can I see my class? And they've definitely had, you know, ups and downs, just like we all have had, and just trying to process that this is new. This is new for everybody. So we just have to muddle through together.
I was talking about that last week, graduations, proms.
Yeah.
I thought, you know, our kids are so creative, and, you know, they usually have prom committees. I don't know how old your high schooler is, but wondering if that is having any bearing, or if they're just saying, no, we're just canceling that and we're just doing like Zoom stuff to talk to our friends, or what their thoughts are.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm not sure. She's in ninth grade, so not going to prom this year. Wasn't, you know, planning on it. They did. She was going to join lacrosse for the first time, and you know, we got all that stuff, and now, you know, that's not happening. And but I do think schools are being so creative. I know they did like workout plans. They, for all the sports, they kind of emailed out different workout plans you could do to be active, which I thought was great. And I've noticed, and my daughter is in gym class right now, and they're just talking a lot about mental health. And I think one of the assignments she had to do, which I thought was really cool, was make a poster about what you were in control of right now. And I thought, man, that's such a good assignment.
It really is. It is a good time. It's good to think about. You know, they're going to remember this. The kids that are school age, high school, they're going to remember this. And when they have kids someday, they're going to say, you know what, we didn't have a prom and things like that, because we have this thing called COVID-19.
Yeah, it's such a different way of kind of thinking about things. But I just think sometimes it's necessary to slow down a little bit and kind of do some reflection and be appreciative for all those people that are helping in our healthcare right now. And there's just so many people that are doing so many good things right now too, that we're just so grateful for. It is a different time for sure.
Well, Melanie, it's about time for us to go, but one more time, if people are saying, you know, I really like talking to Melanie, and I like the idea of what she was talking about, that I know you've got this half price thing where you can help people out. Why don't you go through that one more time? You've got about a minute to give us that information.
Perfect. Hop on Facebook and type in the search bar Joy Health and Wellness. You should see the Joy Health and Wellness page show up. It's right here on our Zoom. I'm available through chat there, or hop on a Zoom with me Monday through Friday from 2 to 3, and we can connect that way too.
All right, Melanie, I appreciate you making time for us. This was fun. This is a new way of doing it. We usually have people call in, but it was fun bringing you right through the board here. It sounds like we're sitting here together.
Yes, I love it. I miss you, and I hope you're doing well, and can't wait to see you in person.
All right, Melanie, thanks so much. Melanie Halter for Wellness Wednesday. It's a great, you really should check it out. It's a great way to connect with people. Okay, we're going to be coming up here